Let's go for a walk in my neighborhood. So it's midday, yeah, and it's hot here in North Texas. But I want to get in my walk in, so I'm just going to do it right here in our neighborhood. And I thought I bring you along. Kind of want to talk about one thing, or maybe 10 things. 10 things I'm not worried about anymore. So I've been retired for 4 years, and in that 4 years, I'm at a point now where there are a lot of things I just don't worry about no more. Let's talk about them. But I'm going to turn the camera around so, yeah, you don't have to look at me. Look at our neighborhood. So you know what's underrated? Not worrying. So in retirement, I've discovered a whole new superpower: selective stress. So today, I'm going to share 10 things I used to fret over, but now, not even a blimp on the radar. And if you're still sweating the small stuff, well, maybe this list will give you permission to let go. So let's get into it. So the first one is rush hour traffic. Haven't been stuck in it in years. My new commute is from the bed to the coffee pot. And sometimes I take the scenic route to the pantry. How about that? So we have a elementary school in our housing area, although I don't think it was a housing area when this elementary school was built. When we moved here, it was all woods, all that housing area over there, and all this housing right over here. Yeah, it was all woods. So I think this school was secluded until, they started building houses because more people, and then all these houses are filled. Some people say that's progression. And so number two, let's get back to it. Number two of the things that I'm not worried about anymore is office politics. And so, there's no more decoding passive aggressive emails or pretending to care about who stole whose stapler. As an HR director, yeah, I heard it all. Now, the only workplace drama that I participate in is when the cat steals my lazy boy chair. Yeah, that happens every day. So the third thing that I don't worry about anymore is dress code. Used to be ties, collars, collar shirts, that is, matching socks. Now it's shorts, t-shirts, and flip-flops. I am now proudly sponsored by Team Elastic Waistbands. Yeah, that just keeps growing. And so the fourth thing that I don't worry about anymore, it's performance reviews. Remember those? Or if you're still working, you probably still know them. So as HR, it's always our responsibility to train managers up, get them to write them, deliver them, and then turn them into us. And every year, that was really hard, right? Because you got some knucklehead managers out there that just couldn't do it. And so I think not the majority, but there's a lot of managers that would just let their associates write their own reviews, and they would concur and then sign it. It's a lot easier for a manager to do it that way, right? No arguments. But in retirement, the only performance review I get is when the wife has to have a conversation with me because there's something on my long list of honeydews that I still haven't got to. You know, sometimes they're about 2, 3 months old, but I'm retired, as I would always tell her. You know, I'm retired. I don't have to get to these things right away. I get to them when I get ready. I think that's why I got a low performance review number. But it's okay. I'm retired. And there's our community pool. Yeah, there are some houses in the neighborhood here that have pools, and if you don't have one in your house, there's one right here in the community that you can use. So kids go back to school in about 3 more weeks, I think. After that, that's when I start using the pool because they'll be all at school. And so the sixth thing that I don't worry about anymore in retirement is saving for retirement. Yeah, that ship has already sailed, and I'm waving from the deck with a fruity drink in my hand. Right? I'm not worried about that no more. Now in retirement, it's about managing my spending. Right? We're always looking for ways to cut spending back, and there are so many things that we can do that we look to do. Yeah, I'm taking a break underneath this tree because it is hot here. But in retirement, if I could keep cutting my spending, then don't have to worry about maybe going back to work part time. So the seventh thing that I'm not worried about anymore is having to say yes when you really mean no. You know, do you remember those times where they would say, Chandler, I need you to take care of this? And I'd say, yes, sir, I'm on it. Well, in retirement taught me that the power of the polite decline, right? No thanks is my favorite phrase, and I say it with a smile. No thanks. So, number 8, keeping up appearances. You know, I used to be worried about looking the part. Now, I'm worried about whether I got enough bird seed for the backyard for my visitors. Little playground right here in our community. When my grandkid comes down, granddaughter, yeah, we take her here. And so the ninth thing is being productive every minute of the day. Do you remember that? Clean as you go. You kind of fake it sometimes when you know the boss was walking around. Pretend like you're on the computer doing something. Yeah, you always wanted everybody to believe you were working on something. But nowadays, my biggest accomplishment is finishing a crossword puzzle or remembering where I left my glasses. And for me, yeah, that's enough. So my street name hollers my retirement lifestyle, molasses. And so I stop underneath this big oak tree. It's providing a lot of shade, uh, taking a second to catch my breath. But the 10th thing that I'm not worried about anymore in retirement is FOMO, the fear of missing out. You remember once upon a time, um, we would want to be a part of everything because we didn't want to miss anything at work, right? But in retirement, well, I'm exactly where I want to be. I don't have to worry about missing anything. And for me, that is a real win. So you see, retirement isn't just about slowing down, it's about shedding the weight of unnecessary worries. Don't worry about the small stuff. So if you're retired, I love to hear what you have stopped worrying about. And if you're not there yet, maybe this list kind of help you out. This is Chandler's Retirement Live. It's a good live. Be safe out there. It is hot.